今天我们来到了素有花园国家美誉的新加坡，在我身后的一侧呢是当地著名的地标鱼尾狮雕像，另一侧是新加坡为了庆祝建国50周年而修建的金喜桥，它纪念着这个国家独特的发展之路。今天我们要在这里对话的嘉宾是新加坡总理李显龙，他曾经说过，新加坡以全球化为生，而在全球化遭遇逆风的今天，新加坡如何规划未来的发展之路？对于中新两国与时俱进的全方位合作伙伴关系，它有哪些新的思考和展望呢？今天我们一起在对话中寻找答案。
Your Excellency, Prime Minister, thank you so much for joining us today. China's two sessions, the political season, has been successfully concluded not long ago, and you have sent congratulatory letters to Chinese leaders. So what do you think is the significance of this year's two sessions?
Well, very importantly, you've settled the leadership team for the next 5 years. And I've written to President Xi to congratulate him on his re-election, and Premier Li Qiang to congratulate him on his election. For China, your two sessions are very important occasions for setting the agenda and debating the direction of the country. And I think the direction has been quite clearly defined in the speeches and the statements and the interviews which the leaders have given. And we look forward to China implementing this and continuing to prosper and continuing to develop good, mutually beneficial relations with the rest of the world generally, but especially with Asia. And of course with Singapore.
Of course. When you met with Chinese President Xi Jinping last year in Bangkok, President Xi described this bilateral relations between China and Singapore as forward-looking, strategic, and exemplary. And he also emphasized that high quality should be the hallmark of this bilateral cooperation. So, Mr. Prime Minister, how would you define the bilateral relations between the two countries? And also, how do you think this very distinctive feature of high quality can be pursued and brought forward?
Well, I think we have very good relations. They are broad and encompass many fields, and we have been working together for many years. I mean, you look at we established diplomatic relations was 1990, so that's 33 years ago. But in fact, we had cooperation for many years even before that. So we know each other well. I think that there's trust and mutual understanding. We have our different perspectives on issues, but we work with one another. And we have been able to get very substantive projects going. We have what we call government-to-government projects. The first one was the Suzhou Industrial Park, Suzhou Gongyuan. That's celebrating 30th anniversary next year. And this has been a very successful project. In fact, it has been ranked the best economic development zone in China now 7 years running. So it has amply fulfilled the hopes we had when we launched the project. Then we had the Tianjin Eco-City, Tianjin Sheng Tai Cheng, which I think you have visited.
Yes, at the very first story as a journalist when I started working.
Yes, I think that was some years ago, but now it's 10th anniversary, and it's fulfilling a role demonstrating and trying out ways to make a city sustainable and eco-friendly, which is important for China and important also for the world. And the third G2G project is our Chongqing Connectivity Project, the Integrated Land-Sea Transport Corridor, which goes from Chongqing into Guangxi and to Peipuan. And that fits in with the Belt and Road Initiative and helps to provide a new link between the interior of China with the outside world. You have a link down the Yangtze River, down the Changjiang, but that's some distance and also is very, very busy. So an additional link, shorter, faster, out to Southeast Asia and to the rest of the world, we think it makes significant contribution to the Belt and Road idea. So I think we have good projects. Our private sector, of course, has very extensive cooperation too. Also, we have specific things to do. For example, we have the FTA with China, which we have revised once before and is being reviewed again. We're having subsequent negotiations, which we hope we will be able to complete before too long.
走过建交33年的时光长廊，中新两国龙狮共舞，正在多个合作领域加速奔跑。与新加坡科技研究局的合作就是其中之一。
今天我们来到了新加坡科技研究局下属的一个实验室，要在这里探访一项国际首创技术的原型样机。那么这究竟是一项怎样的技术，又有哪些创新亮点呢？今天我们就带您一探究竟。
这台仪器的名称是高速3维轮廓形貌测量仪，它是一台特殊的显微镜，能够检测半导体芯片微米级的缺陷。以前，一块半导体芯片的质量检测需耗时30个小时，但在这台机器的帮助下，只需要30毫秒。
您看它这个是可以看到它的厚度的，它是有一个小小的纵深，因为很薄很薄嘛。
对对。然后这个蓝色的就是一个比较高的那个表面，绿色的就是一个比较低的表面。那我们这个 sample 大概有2个微米的高度的一个差，可以看到一些比如说上面的particle， 这是在实际的生产过程中是不允许的。Semiconductor 通常这样，一旦有一片出来之后，接下来的可能1万片、2万片都会有类似的缺陷。所以你如果有一个可以在线的检测技术的话，可以避免这种损失。
据研究人员介绍，这一技术是半导体生产领域的创新，但新技术从实验室走向市场还需要其他要素。
中国有广阔的市场，便于推广这样的一些技术。中国还有一个优势就是它有完整的产业链。
China as our launch to the world and the beginning of our technology. It's a big market. Everybody want to be there. If I can compete in Chinese market, I can survive anywhere.
The projects that you just mentioned, the new international land sea trade corridor,
yes,
the Suzhou Industrial Park, the Tianjin Eco City, actually those projects are now playing we're playing a demonstration role under the Belt and Road Initiative.
Yeah.
Actually, Singapore is the very first country among ASEAN members to publicly express its support for the Belt and Road Initiative.
Yes.
So what has prompted this country to express its support at a very early age?
Well, we supported it because we saw this as a good strategic move by China. China is growing, China is prospering, China's place in the world is becoming more important. The Belt and Road Initiative, we saw it as one way China could contribute to the development of the region and therefore integrate itself into the regional network of cooperation and interdependence, and therefore be welcomed across the region in a win-win way. The region needs infrastructure, the infrastructure needs financing. China is capable of doing that, of building infrastructure. It can also help to provide the financing. It can also develop the trade and economic links with the countries in the region, and with the Belt and Road Initiative, there's a framework within it which this can be done. Mm-hmm. With China within our region, the biggest economy, it's important that we develop that relationship in an open and sustainable and, I think, mutually beneficial way. So we saw the Belt and Road Initiative from that light, and therefore we decided that we should say, yes, it makes sense, we support it.
And the other is, what kind of opportunities do you think this initiative will usher in for not only Singapore, but also the region?
From Singapore's point of view, what do we contribute to Belt and Road? Well,